who might not have heard about the infinite finite games, there is a book by James P. Carsey. What is the book about is there in a nutshell. On the first point, if you can see the screen, there are at least two kinds of games. One could be called the finite game, the other infinite. A finite game is played for the purpose of winning, an infinite game for the purpose of continuing the play. There is another book, The Infinite Game by Mr. Simon Sinek. Mr. Simon, everybody must be aware, the philosopher behind the how and what theories. And his book is more or less based on the ideas that were given by Mr. James P. Carsey. So let's dwell deeper. What are finite games? Players have a mission. Infinite games, players have a vision. 1 crore seat value, that's the vision of this region. Becoming the largest in the world, that's the vision of this region. 2121 members by 2121, that's the mission of this region. The small goals are achieved for the larger purpose or the larger vision. Finite games start and end at a point. Game of cricket, football, 1.5 hours of game of football, that's the starting and the ending. Cricket, be it the format it is in, starting and end point. Infinite games are a continuous process. Business is an infinite game. In finite games, there are winners and losers. Every game, finite game has an outcome. There is a winner or a loser or somebody, there might be draws at times, but more or less there's an outcome of a winner or a loser. In infinite game, there is no outcome and there is only a continuous winner. Everybody is a winner. In business, you cannot be in a position that, okay, today I'm at 1 crore. When I have 5 crores, I will stop the game. When you have 5 crores and you have turnover of 50 crores, you'll stop the game. No, it's a continuous flow of business. Hence, it's an infinite game. There is, and everybody's a winner. What are the mindsets of the finite game players? Finite game players play with limited goals in a limited time frame. They have to beat the team in a game of football in 1.5 hours. In a T20, they want to beat the competing team within that 20 overs. There is a limited goals that they are focusing on. Because of that, at times their long-term vision is missing to fulfill the mission. They're just so focused on the short-term goals that they forget to look at the bigger picture. They are good players at times. There are good players and not so good players in the game. Finite game focuses only on beating the not so good players. It is all about beating the competition. It is all about winning. How does an infinite game player think? Infinite game players play to be in the game for good. It is not about winning or losing. It is about sustaining the game. There are no winners or losers in an infinite game. They are just behind or ahead of each other. Understand the difference? Finite game players is only focusing on competing and beating the competition. Infinite game players, there is no beating the competition. It is about staying ahead of behind. There's no winning or losing. There's only winning. The infinite game players play as a team, focusing equally on themselves and the team. Stark difference. It is not about beating the competition. It is about taking your team members and making them win also. It is about winning yourself and making your team win also. Infinite game players in BNI are the leaders looking at strengthening the chapter, the region by getting fellow members business on a continuous basis. That's what the mindset of an infinite game player is. Which game do you want to play? Would you want to be a player for the infinite game? I assume yes, after understanding the difference. Then your mindset has to be changed for becoming an infinite game player. 5 pointers I will give for you to follow to be a player for the infinite game in BNI or in your own business. BNI is also about your own business only. Focus on these pointers to become an infinite game player. First and foremost, I would say this is the most important point of the 5 pointers. Just cause. BNI has a just cause. Givers gain philosophy. We understand that. Are you committed to the just cause of BNI? The why in your just cause or for your business will be your vision. I'll give you an example. I'm a stockbroker. My business is to make money from brokerage income, right? Well, I'm little bit different over here. I focus on making money for the clients. Earning brokerage is a byproduct. The just cause is making money for my clients, not making brokerage for myself. Find that why, the just cause of your business. Ensure all your fellow members in BNI or family members in BNI get business. If everybody will get business, you will surely get. Laws of karma. Everybody understands out here. So there are different kinds of just causes also. So there are people give donation, people give food to hungry people, go to old age home, plant trees. Very good just causes. Very good just causes. No argument. But who said that giving business to fellow members is not a just cause? That is an important just cause. I will give you an example how. On an average, if you are a BNI member and a business entrepreneur, you must be hiring 1, 2, 5, 10 employees. Some members must be industrialists and they might be hiring 30, 40, 50 people in an organization as employees. So at an average, we can say 10 employees per BNI member we are employing. We are 1,600 plus members. That means 16,000 employees. That means 16,000 families. We are ensuring are fed on a continuous basis and are employed on a continuous basis. Is that a just cause? Do you need a bigger just cause? You are ensuring that your fellow members get business and they sustain their organization, their business organization, ensuring that they sustain their own employees. 16,000 families are fed. Look at the larger picture. If you are here for money, it won't work. You have to find your just cause why you are here in BNI. That's what people are in BNI for the long term. How much will you go out of your way for getting business for your fellow members? Will you take him or her to a power date? Will you take him or her to a corporate meet? Will you get visitors to this room so that the visitors get business and also our fellow members get business? Every activity is driven for the just cause. So having that just cause is more important. Putting people before profits is very important. Being a farmer and not a hunter is what an infinite game player mindset is all about. Being a farmer and not a hunter. Putting people before profits. Just cause, point number 1. Second point, building trusting teams. Do you have your trusting team who will go out of their way for you? Do you have that employee who will go out of his way to get more business for you? Because he believes in your just cause? Because he believes in you? Create those trusting teams for yourself and your business. Create those trusting teams in BNI for yourself. This chapter members are your trusting team. Will they go out for you? All out for you. That is your trusting team. A trusting team does its best for a just cause in the natural environment. What do I mean by that? It's highlighted. It's very important to understand. A trusting team does not do activities because of policies and guidelines. You are not passing a referral because you are being told to do so by BNI. You are not passing a testimonial or thank you slip because you have been told to do so by a BNI. A trusting team does it on its own. Week after week, month after month, year after year. Continuously. Why? Because they are committed BNI members who do so out of passion, not just because BNI tells us to do so. Members trust their BNI family to be there in their tough times. Haven't we seen that? You ask for any referral, there are 5 people standing to give you. You ask for a product or service, there are 50 people standing to give you. Medicines, hospital. In this pandemic times, one message and it circulates to the region, everybody is out there to help you. That's what a BNI family is doing for its trusting team. The comfort of someone to fall back upon in tough times when you need is the foundation of these trusting team. They do so because you are watching their back. I would want somebody to watch my back for sure. I have to watch somebody's back. And that is what the trusting team does. Have you created that trusting team for yourself in your chapter? That trusting team that will go out all of its way to get you business. For doing that, you have to do the same. Trust versus high performance in an infinite game. I'll give you another example. Moderate trust, high performance. In your own business organization, you have an employee who you can trust moderately, performance level is very high. You have another employee where the trust level is high, performance is moderate. Which would you prefer? Earlier one, the high performance, moderate trust can backstab you anytime and go away. He might be performing high, but he's not trustworthy. Then what is the point? High trust and moderate is what is more important in an infinite game. Focus on creating that trusting teams for yourself. Point number 3, worthy adversary. Competing creates an unhealthy culture. Think big and up your game to the next level. Don't fall short by competing with colleagues and team members. This one said that to me, that one said this to me, my category was compromised. How dare he say this? Why was his presentation like this? Why will the president or the vice president tell me this? Why did I as an ordinary member go and tell the vice president like this? Doesn't make sense. Mindset of a finite game player. Finite game players talk about beating competition in every form, while infinite game players think of building a trusting team and looking at people who are good or better than them as worthy adversaries, worthy rivals. Why? Because worthy rivals take out the best in you. They have strengths which you might not be having. You look up to them for ensuring that you convert your weaknesses into their strengths. In a competing mindset, you will always find the other person talking nonsense. Social media, beware of social media. It's a competing mindset. Everybody's post is out there to say that I am better than you. Next line, self-confidence says you are good. Ego says you are better than others. Stop at self-confidence. Be your own worthy adversary. Why do you want to be better than others? Be better than yourself. What you are today, tomorrow you need to be better than that. You are your own worthy adversary. Members do business with you and not with competition because of your professionalism and personal relations. This must have happened with you so many times. Your price is a bit higher, but your products and services are good. Then also you have got business. Even if members are not giving you business, in spite of your products and services being good, your prices being cheaper, but they are still not giving you business. Why? Personal relationships. trusting team. If that trusting team is not there, that business is not there. Let's make BNI the primary organization in this city. That's my vision. The primary organization in this city. I look up to the chambers as worthy adversary, the chambers of business in this city. I don't look at those copycat organizations who have come and gone last 7 years, around 10 must have come and gone, and some will keep coming and going. They are aping us. Why would I be bothered about them? I am trying to be part of an organization, and I want that organization to be at such a level that people look up to me in the business community and say, oh, you're part of BNI. They are doing some great work in the business community. Yes, I want to be part of that organization. My worthy adversaries are the chambers. I learn from them. Existential flexibility. I have been keeping repeating this. There is no ending in an infinite game. Have the flexibility to continuously embrace change. Going online when the rest of the world was shutting down was a show of flexibility shown by our great leader, Mr. Graham Weil-Miller. He showed the flexibility, and when everybody was shutting down, within 1 week we were online. Going back to physical meetings, which will happen somewhere down the line within the next 6 months or 1 year, will be the flexibility to get out of your comfort zone. The comfort zone of sitting at home, being an online meeting and talking business. Let's stop doing business in half pants and let's start doing business in full pants. Get out of our comfort zone when we have to. That's what flexibility is all about. You must have heard, tall trees get cut first. Erect trees get cut first. We have to be flexible. By being flexible does not mean compromise on your character. No, being flexible in doing business. Embrace change. Embrace what is there and as a change in the business environment. Some of you might have in this pandemic times doing 5 business shutdown, 2 or 3 of them. Some of you might be doing 1 and have started 2 or 3 more. Some of you might have gone to a smaller office. I myself have gone to a smaller office. Change. I have to adapt if I want to sustain in the game of business. Long-term, infinite game of business. I have to be flexible for the same. All your chapter goals, short-term goals as LT should add up to the long-term goals of the chapter members for getting business. Long-term goals of the chapter. Every short-term goal has to add up, but short-term goals are good. They're supposed to be there, but they need to be adding up to the larger, the long-term goal. Infinite game players are flexible to survive all phases of a BNI chapter. Forming, norming, storming, norming again, storming. You and Monarch have been through the stages. Forming, norming. I am waiting for the storming. Let's storm. We might again norm. Then again storm. But then we are not talking of 6 months and 1 year. We are talking of long term. Look at chapters like Prudent, Ideal, Lords. They have been forming, norming, storming. They are going. They are worthy adversaries. We are not competing with them. We are looking up to understand what their strengths are and incorporating the same in our chapter. Finally, be a leader. Be a leader in your own right and lead for continuous growth of the organization, be it BNI or your own business. We have ample examples of great leaders in BNI. Dr. Ivan Meisler, the visionary who has been leading BNI platform for so many years from strength to strength. Our own ED, Mr. Bimal Sawal, you have seen him, how he has been leading this organization for the last 5 years. He interacts with members on a one-to-one basis, in some form or the other on a continuous basis. That takes effort, that takes time. That's about the just cause of ensuring that members get business. That's about building a trusting team as a leader. Have the courage to lead with change when required. Lead without a post. This is my job. This is not my job. We have a leadership team. The president is supposed to do it. Vice president is supposed to do it. I, as a member, need to lead. If I am ensuring that my person on my right and my left, I am ensuring that two fellow members get business, I am a leader. If I am ensuring that there are visitors in room every week for members to get business, I am a leader. If I am ensuring that I get 10 corporate meets done in 1 year, I am the leader. Leading without the post is more challenging than leading with the post. It is difficult being a leader and setting high standards. Coming to a meeting, keeping your cam open, ensuring that I give 30 seconds, ensuring that I give my feature presentations, ensuring that I work in my natural environment, not because of policies and guidelines. Natural environment. If I do that, setting the high standards is difficult. But yes, as a leader, I should do it as an infinite game player. Infinite game players are the players with are the leaders with the wisdom to set benchmark for themselves and others, not because I'm being told to do so. I set my own benchmark. Infinite game players are the leaders who lead with character, discipline, and team play. Team play. Character discipline is there. You might be a great personality. Where is the team? You need to ensure continuity. So you need a team for that. So to wrap it up, to summarize it, infinite game players believe in the just cause, create a trusting team to work with, see themselves as their own worthy adversaries, are flexible to embrace change, and are the leaders with the vision to take the organization to great heights. There are multiple finite games within the infinite game. Achieve those smaller goals which are leading to the larger goals. In BNI, the finite game players are here for the long term to grow their own and fellow members' business over the years. Why? Because they have a just cause, they are building trusting teams, they believe in learning from the best and adapting the best practices, they are flexible to change whenever required, and they're leaders in their own right. You are the leader in your own right. You have to become that infinite game player. If you want to add some spirituality to the whole presentation, we are living the finite game called life. There is birth, there is death. In between, there is something called life. But life itself is an infinite game. Taking a cue from that, everything around us will go on with or without you. But leaving that mark, leaving your mark while you are here is what is important. The choice is yours as an infinite game player to play for the long term. There is no winning or losing in the infinite game. You're constantly evolving to raise the stakes to sustain the game for the long term. So be that infinite game player and not the finite game player. Change your mindset. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jaideep.